Hey everybody, welcome to our rapid fire video. I am joined here by Dan Ewing. How are you, mate?
Mate, good to be back. I wore the same shirt because it was lucky from last time. So, you were gentle.
Dan was on the show on Monday. Go back to Good Movie Monday, the most recent episode. We talk about Occupation Rainfall. But here we're going to just talk about some random shit. I'm going to throw questions at you. I hope you're ready for them. The first ones are food related.
Yes, my favorite.
What's your favorite? No, what's your least favorite vegetable?
Least favorite vegetable, anything squishy, right? So I'm a texture person. So like squishy zucchini. I love veggies, but like anything squishy. Avocado, I can't do avocado. For everyone playing at home, orange juice with pips. There's the pulp. Sorry.
Oh,
Can't.
you don't do the pulp.
I know it's good for you, but it's a texture thing. I feel like there's, those little sea monkey things, you have as a kid.
What is wrong with you?
Everything. I'm an actor.
All right. What's your favorite? What's your favorite carnival food?
Favorite carnival food are those churros things. Is that pronouncing that right?
Mexican donuts.
Yeah. Those things for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say those Mexican donuts, but I'm not gonna. Already done it.
Pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure of it, but yes, churros.
Excellent. Favorite food to cook on a barbecue?
Oh, steak. My dad was a butcher for a long time, so big steak eater. Sorry to all the vegans. I understand. Like my girlfriend's pretty much a vegan. I know it's better for you, but my dad was a butcher, so don't hate. Okay, I was brought up that way. Please
back it up a little. What is pretty much a vegan?
Well, I think pescatarian is so she'll eat fish every now and then, but she's vegan most, and she did it before it was cool. That was just how she eats, sort of thing. So
yeah, cool.
And ironically, her dad was a butcher as well, so she obviously disappointed her family.
Man, it must be great to have all that meat, like free meat, because meat's not cheap.
Mate, I'm telling you, and she's Macedonian too. So, I'm more than happy. Like all relatives, they bring it to me. I'll have it. I'll have hers. She's having whatever it is.
You may have just answered the next question, but like if you were having dinner at a pub, what do you go straight for the parma or do you go for the steak?
No, I'm not a parma person. I like a good pub steak, but I try to get a starter, like a barbecue wings. I'm a huge buffalo wings person. So spicy with blue cheese. It's a very American thing to say, but I'm a huge wings person. Love good wings.
I do the wings with the ranch.
There you go. Yeah, see? Yeah, then the thing is we don't really have good ranch here in Australia. We got good barbecue now, but yeah, ranch dressing in the States, there's a whole aisle full of it.
And you're a Sydney sider, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a Sydney boy, so I grew up on the northern beaches. So Forestville.
So do you say Parma or Palmy?
I say Palmy. Yeah.
Okay.
What
is wrong with you?
I don't order it enough. Like I got mates. If I'm ordering it if it's my shout, I'll say Palmy for sure.
Yeah, right. Cool. All right, moving on from the food stuff. Do you prefer the city life or the country life?
Coastal life. I'm a big coast person. So I grew up in the northern beaches, born in Manly Hospital. I'm a coast person for sure. Just at peace. I love long walks on the beach, but city life does my head in. People who can, I respect you, but I can't go home and feel like I'm trapped, if that makes sense. I know it's ironic I'm saying it during a pandemic, but I'm a coastal boy through and through.
Yeah, I need open spaces. I completely get that. What was the first movie you remember seeing at the cinema?
I'll say the most iconic I will say is Jurassic Park. That's the one that jumps in my mind. Men in Black as well, the first Men in Black, but Jurassic Park, I still have that soundtrack on my phone. I listen to it almost every day because that, for me, just ignites this love of movies. Literally my heart beats out of my chest when I hear the Jurassic Park theme. 100%.
Is that like your alarm when you wake up? Like kind of
no, I don't
morning?
I don't want to hate it. Weirdly, I just changed my alarm sound. My girlfriend, because it was quite this intrusive thing. And I've been sort of doing a lot of sort of study into sort of dropping cortisol levels in the morning and sort of morning meditation and gratitude stuff and journaling. And my girlfriend said, your alarm is really intrusive. Maybe to switch it up to something a bit more peaceful. So now it's the twinkle setting or something on the iPhone. I don't actually have a song because, like I said, I don't want to ruin a song. But there you go.
You could always choose one that you hate, get you up quicker.
That's it. But then you're kind of like on edge, running around.
And then there's always the risk of liking the song after a while.
That's it. That's it.
All right. Did you ever cop shit from the Bra Boys for your portrayal of a river boy on Home and Away?
Have you been doing your research? I just did a series with Kobe Aberton, so I just did SAS Series 2 for Channel 7. So everybody doesn't know what that is, it's basically torturing celebrities, putting them through the SAS selection course. So Channel 7 in true Channel 7 form. It was a great TV stitch up. So they put Kobe and I in the same series. To be honest with you, I was so wrapped because I'd never met him before. And just to get the opportunity to, number one, thank him, because that certainly launched my career, but just to get to spend time with him as a husband and a father. Our little boys are the same age. So if the network wanted like beef between us, they didn't get it. We were sitting around talking about our kids, talking about sort of different books and meditation. But it was, it was. I was so grateful to get to meet him. And he was like, "You don't need to thank me." I just felt weird that it was obviously our characters on Home and Away were loosely based on those guys. They're done. So the Sons of Anarchy, obviously with the Bra Boy sort of phenomenon that sort of took over the world. So it was just a really nice sort of, when things come full circle, it was great to spend sort of a couple of weeks with him. It was great.
Awesome. Are you a coffee drinker?
No. This novelty size mug that's the size of my butt. Yes, little too much. So long blacks are my jam. I wasn't though. I actually started drinking coffee very late, and it was only when I started going on dates I was a milkshake guy. And obviously now people drink coffee from an early age because that's Sydney and Melbourne, isn't it? But I was on milkshake, so I started on mochas when I got into my early 20s, just about let's go for coffee sort of thing. Mochas, and worked my way in. But yeah, now it's sort of long blacks and all that sort of stuff, just to keep the waistline trim for movies.
Long black's the only way to have it, mate.
Yeah, you're long black thing.
That didn't come out right. Moving on.
Mate, this is your show. Okay, this is your show.
You like long walks on the beach. Anyway, according to IMDb, your first film was an Irish zombie flick called Dead Meat. How did you end up in an Irish film?
Yeah, do you know what's really funny? I've actually emailed them a million times. I'm not in that film. I believe I've got Irish heritage. I believe there's another Irish actor or someone. That is, I don't know. It's one of those mysteries that IMDb they just don't care. But that's just stuck there. I don't know. I still haven't seen it. Maybe I should. Maybe I don't need to. But that's a very odd one. But that's not. Will the real Dan Ewing please stand up? This is not me.
So often do I interview people, I have to sort of preface a question with "according to IMDb," not that it's factual or anything.
The best one I ever had was Wikipedia. Someone, because you could add anything to that thing. Someone had said I was cheerleader. I did cheerleading or something. It was great. It was definitely one of my mates. But you could, it's trying to get the weirdest thing on there you possibly can. But yeah, I was a cheerleading champion or something like that.
Well,
hey, bring it on.
Nah, you were just eyeing off the next Bring It On. That's all it was.
That's it. I think they're up to 17 of those movies now too, aren't they?
Yeah. The co-host of Good Movie Monday loves the Bring It On series.
There you go. Yeah. How many are there up to? There's six of them now, because they're like
I think it's 6. Crazy.
There you go.
Who'd have thunk it? What movie did you watch repeatedly as a kid?
Ooh, obviously Jurassic Park, Men in Black, Superman. I think it was Superman. I think it was Superman 3, the one where there was like that nuclear. Like we're talking about the Christopher Reeve one. Where like he was like they created from a strand of his hair. I'm not sure if it was 3.
I think it's 3 with Richard Pryor.
Yeah, no, I think it was obviously Gene Hackman, but where they created like a nemesis for him that looked very Dolph Lundgren.
Number 4.
There we go. Obviously, I watched that one on VHS until it sort of ran out, and the Batman. I remember Batman's with Michael Keaton, big time. But yeah, Jurassic Park for sure was the main one. That was like, and that's the love. But yeah, a few of those. So and that was obviously, and then I got into the Aliens and Predators and all that sort of stuff later. But Jurassic Park for sure.
Excellent. What was your first job?
First job, my dad was a butcher, so I worked in the abattoirs with him. So my school holidays were getting woken up at 3 a.m, come out to the abattoirs. So I've seen things, man. I've seen things. I'm making, man, you're going to cop it. This show, we're going to cop the hate mail. But yeah, they had the abattoirs out there before the Olympic site came into Sydney.
Yeah,
So
right.
it was that was my upbringing.
Excellent. It's not the
Explains
first.
so
Wouldn't be the first
explains
time we've had hate mail either.
that's if you don't have haters, like people aren't engaged. You gotta have hate. It means engage. People are engaged.
That's right. Now you did on our interview on Monday, you did answer a question about Bruce Spence because I was going to
Mm.
ask you about him. Firstly, I will ask it anyway. You were in 2 films with him recently, Occupation and Love and Monsters. What is he as big a legend in real life to work with as he comes across as?
He's certainly even bigger in real life. He's a legit because he slips a little bit, but he's a good 6'8", 6'7", and he's just iconic. Yeah, he does have this sort of almost reverence and prestige about him. It's Bruce Spence, I mean, it's like everyone around the world knows who this man is. But more than anything, he's just a very giving actor. Like he's in Love and Monsters. Like he and I were sort of sitting next to each other and this big speech, and we're sort of dialoguing back and forth, and yeah, it's always quite funny when they especially in that when at the end of the movie, in the third act, where some shit starts hitting the fan and Bruce had to start moving. I think it was funny. They got a stunt double in eventually because I think he said, "Do you know how old I am?" or something like that. Yeah, and he's 6'7", 6'8", which is that's a hard frame to move around anyway. But just an iconic, really giving actor, and just to get to work with him, obviously in Occupation with him in the sort of the alien suit was fantastic first and foremost. But then to see him in this sort of the hippie get up in Love and Monsters, people are going to love it. And I'm not sure. Yeah, he had a lot of scenes. They had to cut a lot of stuff out because the movie was sort of 4 hours long in the first chop. But yeah, it's great. Make sure you check them both out for sure.
He is somebody I've been trying to get onto the show for a while. There's so many questions I'd love to ask him. For example, how the hell did he end up in Ace Ventura 2?
Right. That's I think I think after you do a Mad Max, anything is possible, right?
Yeah.
With that
Yeah.
global appeal, and and then the massive movies he's done since. It's like he's iconic. And I think a guy of his ability at that size is really rare, just from an actor's standpoint. I mean, there's not that many 6'8" actors, period, but there's even fewer that aren't, say, body actors that aren't playing the Predator or something like that. So to find someone as highly trained, classically trained as him and talented as him, just from an acting standpoint, it's very rare. So it's not surprising to me that he's had the career he's had.
Yep, no, I completely agree. And well, that Bruce Spence one was going to be my last question, but because we kind of touched upon that earlier, let me just pull one out of thin air. You mentioned Batman earlier that you watched that. Are you excited about the fact that Michael Keaton is returning to the character for the new Flash film?
I'm excited. Anything that Michael Keaton does, I love. Right from sort of Beetlejuice. So I will watch anything he does, especially after like you had me at Birdman. Well, you had me at Batman, but it's just great to see the resurgence of his career, if that makes sense. Similar to the sort of Mickey Rourke had. I can't stand it when talented people sort of disappear because they get typecast or something happens in their personal life, so they get blacklisted. I just think it's always great to see when these actors come back and surprise us, and we paint them with a different brush or what have you. If you ask me if I was excited about Robert Pattinson as Batman, for me, I never want to like knock another actor. I'm never going to do it, but it's going to be that's big boots to fill. That's tough, So I'm intrigued to see what they do with it as a piece, not just Robert as an actor and what he does with the character. But that's tough, after the Nolan movies and how successful they were. That's, it's not like you're rebooting Spider-Man. It's like, oh, that one wasn't great. Let's do it again quick and see how we go. And go in all the Sony and Marvel stuff and read into that. That's for another time. But that's tough, right?
Absolutely
that's tough to do. And there's so I'm interested to see.
And before I let you go, as for Michael Keaton, are you like me? Like everything I see him in, I can see Beetlejuice in it.
Yep, everything.
Everything.
It's so iconic that I think it's going to be like Joaquin Phoenix now with Joker, right? He's just and who thought and different to what Heath did, but who thought that was going to happen? I didn't. I was like, there's no touching it. It was it was just, and the performance was every bit as good as what Heath did, but different and special in other ways. But yeah, I grew up on watching Beetlejuice. I think that was one of those movies that Dad played me when Mum didn't know that I was watching it. But oh, he's watching a Western. It's fine. There's no blood. It's fine. Watch Beetlejuice. But yeah, I'm excited. You know, I love Michael Keaton as Batman, so I'm very excited to see.
Yeah, he's the best one in my mind. But Dan, thank you so much for sitting in the rapid fire. It wasn't so rapid; it was more of a conversation. But that's the way.
That's the great thing about these formats, right? They don't have. It's not like live Brekkie TV or radio. Yep. We can sort of let stuff breathe, and that's what's important, because that's what we try to do in films, right? So to connect and engage. So it's great to have this format to talk to you properly. It's great.
Yeah, the whole point of doing it is to try and get some stuff out of people that, you know, that the fans don't know about. So hopefully we got a little bit of that out of you. Churros, for example.
I love it. I mean, I prefer it personally, because I think like I mentioned, breakfast TV and live radio, it's so go, and you got to get your 6 points across, and the movie's available on Blu-ray and DVD June 16, which is great. It's important to get those things across, but you don't get a sense of, you know, who we are as people, and, you know, the process. Yep. And real fans love watching formats and programs like yours, because they get a chance to let it breathe and to really connect. So I know I love being on shows like this, mate. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
No, well, thank you for your time, and good luck with everything that's to come with Occupation, and hopefully number 3, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, huh?
What I'm about to show you has only been known to a handful of people. Even less have ever seen this. This is Project Rainfall.
What are they doing?
Preparing for war, eh? It's their technology integrated with ours. It's a beautiful thing.
I've hidden from this war long enough. I'm going to make sure you complete your mission.
You are surrounded. You cannot win.
Oh, that's not good.
Here we go!
Now, write a story as a species. I'm with you. It's not all the times that we fall, but that we rise again. Every single time.
Incoming fighters.
What else you got?
Come on, you maggots! Go back!
Call him as you see him.